Well. Another episode of Pop Apologists. We're here to discuss everything that's happened in the last few days. Lauren, where do we begin?
Oh, Chandler, I asked my therapist that very same question, okay? On our first meeting about 2 weeks ago, she said to me, what would you like to talk about today? And I said, Kiara, where do we begin? Okay? Where do we even start here?
Honestly, I'm so happy for Kiara because she now has quite possibly a lifelong, Herculean task before her, with taking you on as a client. Way to get that check, Kiara.
What are you trying to say here?
I'm just
kidding. That I might need lifelong therapy to even somewhat, get past the tip of the iceberg of my issues?
You're a late in life therapy believer? That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm late in life willing to pay for it. That is really what it's about.
Fair.
But anyway, I have to meet with dear Kiara in an hour and 20 minutes. So we will leave the therapy chatter. And I think we should move on to the world of celebrities.
This episode of Pop Apologists is brought to you by Booking.com. From vacation rentals to hotels across the U.S., Booking.com has the ideal summer stay for absolutely anyone, even those who might seem impossible to please. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Book today on the site or in the app.
Can I tell you something that happened to me this weekend?
You said we're moving on to the world of celebrities, but then you said you want to tell me about something that happened to you this weekend. So I'm trying to understand.
Don't worry, it's relevant. I spent a good portion of my weekend watching With Love Meghan, finishing the season.
Happy Labor Day to you.
Yeah, it was an extremely boring weekend. I'm here in PR. I don't have any friends here right now. Kagan isn't here. Anyway, long story short, it was a little bit of a solo and depressing weekend where I had nothing to do. Mm-hmm. And I turned to With Love Meghan to keep me company. And I have some thoughts.
Maybe that is the perfect use case for her show. You're bored, you're at home, you need to just keep it light, keep it a little bit just entertaining. You don't need to be watching Dateline, I guess, on weekends like this.
Well, and I had a distinctly different experience with the show when I didn't have a pressure when I was watching it to have thoughts about it. Because, and I think that's where maybe you and I honestly can have a negative reaction to it, because we're watching it and it's kind of over and over again, really the same thing. And so creatively, it just makes it harder to think of interesting things to say about it that people might want to hear, because you don't have a ton of material because it's also one note.
I mean, it's boring. Boring isn't necessarily bad. It's just, it's boring. People don't want to hear me talking about knitting because it's boring. That doesn't mean that it's not, I don't know, it's not fruitful in some way.
Okay, so I tried to watch it with that lens, right? Thinking I don't actually have to come up with anything to say here. I'm just kind of watching it to enjoy.
Open-hearted, if you will.
Yeah. I definitely found a lot of the same type of stuff to be very eye-rolly, but the last episode with José Andrés is fabulous. It's fantastic. And what I realized
is the word you're using. Fabulous.
He is just so entertaining and so funny and so lively. He lights up the entire room with charisma. He is just such a magnetic appearance on screen. I mean, he gets basically a little drunk at the after party.
Really?
And goes a little crazy and takes one of the cameras, and it's super fun. And what I realized, Netflix, if you're listening, I really do think I have the key here. For this show to work, all Meghan needs is a very energetic, charismatic, funny co-host. That's what she needs. She needs someone who can bring each scene to life, and she can bring the royalty, she can bring the jewels, she can bring the beauty, and I think that could be a dynamite combo. She needs someone to react to and clutch her pearls at, because she's not going to get drunk on camera. Okay, she's not going to curse.
Right.
But if she can have someone who's willing to do all of that, then I think there could be a winning formula here.
She needs a foil.
She needs a gay bestie.
Yeah. Well, we already tried that with Daniel. And
well, that's not Daniel.
Yeah, exactly. That's not Daniel. Lauren, that's great. I'm so glad that you've cracked the code and that there is hope for season 3. I hope she steps it up and allows for, a little bit more of a revision to happen to this model, because I think what you're describing sounds great and I would watch every single episode.
Thank you. I completely agree. Okay. What else should we get into this week? What should we discuss?
Okay. I think we need to now go on the record and right our wrongs with this Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson PR stunt.
Yeah.
So everybody, we didn't even really need this information. We didn't need anyone to come clean or to, set the record straight. But I guess everybody, that Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson, all of their flirty little interviews for Naked Gun, it was all just a PR bake-off. I don't really know what that means, but I guess it's an industry term. It was just a love fest that was cooked up by their PR teams and Paramount while Naked Gun was filming, and I think while they were doing press to generate some more buzz for it. So that's really shitty.
So this is according to a source that talked to TMZ, but apparently between the time that cameras stopped filming and the press tour launched more than a year later in July 2025, Pamela and Liam didn't see each other. Okay, here's my thought on this. I just think this is an Irishman in the winter of his life, okay? As I would consider him to be a rather stern Irishman too. I just don't see him getting the email about doing this sort of like PR stunt and saying, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I don't know, I'm trying to do an Irish accent there.
That's funny.
Really, really didn't work. Would love to pretend to be in love with Pamela. I just feel like he's a little bit more no nonsense. Like I feel like he doesn't suffer fools gladly. And I just don't think he would do this.
That perspective is giving me so much hope, because I was just like shaking my fist at the sky. Like, why, God, why? Like, why give us something good and then take it away so swiftly? Like, what did I do to deserve this? So I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy that maybe this is all a double PR stunt to draw more press for Naked Gun. Is it like...
Wait, Chandler, you are so right. That's exactly what this is. So it was not a PR stunt, but this is actually the stunt. So
the PR stunt is saying it's a PR stunt.
Yes. Oh, they don't have to take part in that at all, because we're going to see some pap photos of them. The studio is going to send photographers out to Ireland, because I'm sure that's exactly where they are. They're ensconced right now, okay, in his little cottage, I'm sure, on the seashore. And they're going to get some photos of her going out to like hang up the white linen, laundry. It's a very, very beautiful scene. And
gorgeous.
That is going to put all of these rumors to rest, and people are going to go back to see the movie.
No, absolutely. We're going to see a total spike. We're calling it now, a huge spike in Naked Gun streams and moviegoers.
You really
flocking to the theater.
Chandler, you really unlock something here. TMZ is playing checkers, but you're playing chess over there, and I love the way you zoomed out.
Let me just tell you, everybody, I was into, their love. I was believing it with my own two eyes, which is why this, this article is so startling to me, because I thought I was witnessing real love, and I was believing that real love was in front of me. But this, whatever act that happened, if there was an act, if there wasn't an act, it did make me care about Naked Gun far more than I ever cared about it. And I'm still kind of intrigued by it. Will I ever see the movie? Absolutely not. But it's got me talking about it.
I mean, it's definitely, I've had a few thoughts when I've read articles about this, like, oh, I want to see that. I never actually do. But it's definitely, that it's kind of working on some level when it's bringing the movie to our attention. So a certain percentage of people that are seeing it are seeing these news stories are actually going to see the film. So it does work.
We're never going to see it personally. But you know what? Good for Paramount. Good for Liam. Good for Pamela. Sending them love. Hopefully they're getting big checks.
I really do believe that this was just a slow news day at TMZ. I just don't think that Liam Neeson would participate in this. Liam Neeson is like a central figure for me psychologically. And part of the personality I've created in my brain is that he would never do something like this. Too much integrity, and he's too sturdy. And he's in his 70s. You think he's really participating in a PR love affair?
Right. And like for a man who didn't love for so long after his wife tragically passed away, he's going to like break that type of celibacy for a PR stunt.
Right. I mean, Chandler, that's such a good point because he has stayed so loyal basically to Natasha. Like no one could ever measure up to Natasha Richardson. And I don't think he's going to just like throw that entire narrative out the window and her memory. I don't think he's going to desecrate her memory to get
Desecrate's the right word for sure.
A few more tickets sold and tushes in the seat to watch Naked Gun.
And you know what, everybody? I hope this has piqued your interest for Naked Gun, and I hope you do get your ass to a movie theater and go see it. We're not going to, but I hope you do. Let's move on.
Can I ask a question to everyone? Please let us know. Actually, we're going to put a Spotify poll on Spotify. We're going to do a poll on what our next deep dive should be. We are thinking potentially deep diving the love story of Natasha Richardson and Liam Neeson, but we're wondering if that's a little vintage for the audience. So we're also thinking of doing a deep dive on Nepo babies, kind of doing like a 20-minute each, kind of doing like a little mini deep dive on 4 or 5 Nepo babies for a Nepo baby episode. And then we're also thinking of doing a deep dive on the life and loves of Julia Roberts. The life so far of Julia Roberts.
I mean, all of those sound delectable to me, and I would love to cover any of those. So everyone go vote.
We're excited to get back into the swing of deep dives, everyone. So yes, go vote on Spotify.
Talk about next. Ben and I have been working overtime to furnish our new apartment, and let me just tell you, rugs have the power to really make or break a space. A giant 12 by 15 rug in the living room, instant cozy vibes on those freezing cold days. And the power of a little kitchen runner, suddenly my trudging to get my morning coffee is a little bit softer, and I stay on good terms with our downstairs neighbor. Right now, Macy's is seriously coming through with their big ticket sale. We're talking up to 60% off furniture, mattresses, and rugs. Rugs are 55 to 65% off, mattresses are 20 to 60% off, so basically if you've been thinking about it, now is the time to upgrade. The cherry on top is that they even offer white glove delivery, which is simply unbeatable and the kind of treatment we all deserve. Plus, Macy's has great financing options to make it all super doable. Macy's big ticket sale runs August 27th through September 15th, so head to Macys.com or pop into a store and give your space the glow up it deserves.
This episode of Pop Apologists is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are the things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on their car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Okay, I want to talk to you about some stuff that comes across my For You page. And I'm curious if you have gotten these TikToks as well or these reels. But there's so many like I pranked my husband reels. Have you seen these?
Yeah, I definitely get them every now and then. I'm not inundated.
Okay. So do you remember Luke from the OC?
Yes.
Okay, so his entire, I don't know if you know this. Have you seen his account?
I haven't.
Okay, so his entire account is him and his wife and him being pranked.
Oh, gosh.
And that's like his career now. Okay, so let me just find this for you. And I don't mean to burst the spell for anyone who maybe loves these type of videos, but they're driving me a little crazy. So let me just read you a few of the titles of his reels. Okay, so here's one, and it's pretending I bought a $6,000 dress on a fake phone call to see my husband's reaction. Next reel, making my husband think we're eating mayonnaise for dessert, but it's cheesecake. Giving myself a fresh tattoo to see my husband's reaction. Eating dirt with my kids to see my husband's reaction. Pretending my dad wrecked the car to see my husband's reaction. I mean, Okay, here's my thing with these reels. He knows he's on candid camera, right? Like, if he if you've pranked him once, he's gonna know every other time something wacky seems to be going on. And especially when the iPhone camera is out filming him,
When
he's
the
gonna know it
tripod's
isn't
set
real.
up,
Yes.
when the tripod is set up, absolutely. You get one of those maybe that can be an actual authentic pranking reaction. And then after that, it's just acting. He's just continuing his acting career post the OC.
It's purely acting, and I don't understand how these accounts are so successful, because every single comment is like, "Oh my gosh, so funny. Ha 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 ha. You are crazy."
I think there are people who are just more delighted by things like this and have less of a critical eye and heart when it comes to online content. I mean, I also like despise these videos, and there's a lot of people who do them. That's like that's their whole game.
That's
is
their
like
whole shtick.
The whole shtick is like husband and wife pranking. It's like, pretending I'm my wife when the house isn't clean, and then I just can't imagine anything worse than role playing with Ben all day with the camera out.
Like, I think it would be
Right?
like truly Chandler, what I'm about to say will affirm what you've just remarked on. I think it would be truly descending into the utter depths of Dante's Inferno if suddenly my livelihood depended on me and my husband doing little skits all day for the cameras. Like, that to me is when you have been stripped of every morsel of dignity in your life. Okay, I would rather be on death row than doing this shit. Like, I would feel more proud of my life on death row than making these corny ass skits. Okay,
Now
like,
just imagine this chilling thing. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
One of your exes comes across one of these videos.
Chandler. Ah! Oh my! You cannot describe to me a deeper layer of hell. You cannot describe to me a deeper. I mean,
Outer darkness for sure.
That is just so terrifying. Okay, have you also seen the ones where I feel like there's a lot of now new Pookie and Jet type couples where these couples are creating these accounts and they're trying to be the new Pookie and Jet? Anyway,
dupes. There's no dupe.
Yeah, you can duplicate the recipe, but the sauce won't taste the same. Anyway,
lovely expression.
there's this. That's what Kim posted when Kanye first hit the scene with Bianca.
With Bianca?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I know. Iconic. Okay, anyway, but there's this one where the girl's like, seeing my husband's reaction, and every time it's like showing how great he is. So it'll be like, seeing my husband's reaction when I tell him I use my own money to buy a bag. And she'll be like, baby, I decided to get this bag to really treat myself. I really wanted it and I'm so excited. And he's like, oh, why'd you do that? Why do I go to, they're Australian. Why do I even go to work all day? What am I good for? And he's like, what's my purpose if I'm not going to pay for your bag? And anyway, it's just like,
wow, your Australian accent. I'm so impressed you kept it going for that long.
Well, I don't know. They have like a really funky accent. These two people specifically.
New Zealand too.
It could be New Zealand. And then it'll be like cut to the next video and it's like seeing my husband's reaction to telling him that I have to wake up early.
Everybody,
she'll be like,
you start seeing us do reaction videos, the end is nigh. The end is near.
I mean, is the end nigh as I describe these videos? That's the question for this podcast.
Well, the only thing that could be worse than watching them is having them retold to you.
Okay, fair enough.
Lauren, there is a lot of couple content making, and I'm just so glad that I have to do my cringeworthy content with my sister, and I get to keep my marriage pure, and not cringe. Thank God for that.
Thank God for that, truly. Something
that came across my desk, or my For You page, I should say.
Do you see how Chandler's like really changes the subject? She's like, we're getting off of Florence TikTok.
I cannot. No. I just couldn't handle the accent for much longer.
So fair.
Something that came across my desk, my For You page.
Please.
And this is a little bit of a tone shift, but it's this girl, this woman, who had her face severely disfigured by a peel that an esthetician did, and actually a quite well-known esthetician in Beverly Hills. Allegedly.
I mean,
And
it's not allegedly. She's going on the record saying the name. It's like Sonia Dakar. We're
Sonia
just
Dakar,
describing. Sonia can't come after us. We're describing this person's real, so it's all good.
I don't
It's
know.
not allegedly.
You can never be too careful in this world. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.
Okay, you sent it to me, and I had already watched the entire series, so this must be going super viral right now.
Yes.
She got a chemical peel, and basically she felt immediately when some of the like material, or I don't know, like liquid, went on her skin, that it was burning in a way other chemical peels never had before. She'd had a peel before. And basically, this celebrity esthetician, she just royally screwed up and burned her face.
Literally, there's a large mark on one of her cheeks. There's marks on her forehead. It is like a severe burn. It's not just like, oh, the microneedling was a little too intense.
No, it's a severe burn. There's a big P on one of her cheeks. Then in the middle of her forehead, there's a big burn, and on the other side, there's also marks. Less so than on the side of her face that has the P on it.
I think one thing what's important to note here,
Yeah,
she had been seeing this esthetician for years.
and
she
really
was
trusted her.
Really trusted her. They had a great relationship. You know, she was posting about her a ton. And so when this happened, the esthetician immediately said, you know, you're going to be fine. You'll be back to normal in a month. And that was just not happening. And so she continued to go to her afterwards because she, you know, she said in her video, you know, she's the only person who knew what was in that bottle. So I just kind of assumed and hoped that she was going to be the one to help figure out how to like undo what she did or heal me. And she also wasn't wearing any eye protection. And I saw like a reaction video from another skin, you know, maybe it was a dermatologist, I think. And they were just saying how crazy it was that she didn't have anything on her eyes, because thinking about how that solution literally, the way it can just literally burn your skin, what that would do to your cornea. So it's just really crazy. And all of the comments on this video are like, I also saw her. She also, you know, like damaged my skin. It's really insane. And she spent, another huge thing. She spent like at least 30 grand with that same esthetician trying to fix it. Like she was being charged for her like fixing treatments.
No, it's absolutely a horror story. And I think that it's a good reminder that it's so important to really trust your provider if you're getting any sort of skin treatment, because they really have a machine in their hands that can irrevocably scar you. And I think what happened to her is like truly, unfortunately, it's so horrible. It is just something that can't be fixed. And it's really, really sad. And once something like that happens, it's really, really scary. It's also scary because you know that she probably completely trusted that this person was competent. So you got to be safe out there, everyone. And it's not like she honestly did anything wrong, but it does make you think, okay, should I be having any peel or anything like a laser or anything like that with an actual dermatologist?
Right.
Like, should I make sure there's a true doctor? Even if I'm paying a serious premium, should I make sure I'm doing this with a doctor or at least a physician's assistant and not an esthetician? Because I believe the esthetician training, and I'm not hating on estheticians, but it's just much less training than a physician assistant or a doctor.
Well, in one of the parts of the video, she says that, you know, when she did see a dermatologist, they said whatever, you know, acid level that she was using, you know, when she originally applied it to her face, like she should have never had like access to that, or that she should have never been able to use that, because that's just like, it was way too intense for like her training.
Right.
And I think it's also just a good reminder that we see a lot of treatments and we see a lot of things, and you just should really be thoughtful about these things because they do come with risks. And people just don't talk about the risks maybe enough.
No, absolutely. Moving on. So Brittany Mahomes' birthday was this weekend. She turned 30.
You know, if you would have told me a couple of years ago that we were going to be covering Brittany Mahomes' birthday, I wouldn't have thought that was going to be the case.
I know. I mean, there's not a ton to say here, honestly, except for Taylor was there. And that's fine, whatever. But it was kind of shocking to me that Taylor was at Brittany Mahomes' birthday party in Nashville and not at Selena Gomez's bachelorette in Cabo.
Right. So these are the mental gymnastics I'm doing with that, because I feel a similar way. I'm telling myself that because Brittany Mahomes' birthday celebration was in Nashville, that Taylor flew in for a night and went to dinner with everybody, which is where she was spotted. But Selena's was in Mexico, which is, a further jaunt for the jet. And maybe having Taylor there would be, unfortunately, a situation where too big to hang out. Like, just too much for the hotel, like just too much security. I don't know, just like not logistically feasible, maybe not the right vibe.
Like
I
maybe
don't
takes the
know.
focus off of Selena.
Yeah, just like all of a sudden it's like Taylor's in Mexico. It's just like she's so big. She's so big right now, especially.
Mhm.
I don't know. I wonder if it's like, we're going to do something together, just me and you, to like privately celebrate this rather than me join like the big girls trip.
Well, and okay, here's the other thing. We don't know. I think I'm just thinking about this, and we don't know what other parties are coming. I don't recognize any of these friends.
Mm-mm.
None of them are celebrities. It looks like they're all kind of Selena's like hometown friends, basically.
Right.
Or more low-key, non-public, forward friends. Non-celeb friends. And anyway, maybe there's just another bachelorette that's with a different group of friends. Like, people
Totally.
have multiple groups of friends, and there's probably just more celebrations coming.
Right.
That makes a lot more sense to me. And like, Taylor will be at the party for Selena that also includes Gigi, that also includes Gracie Abrams. Who knows?
Right. Like that whole gaggle.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd love to see just a celebrity doing something normal, like a bachelorette trip to Mexico. This felt just very, like, just, I don't know, it felt good to me. I liked it. It wasn't something crazy.
No, I mean, the photos are extremely wholesome. It's like she has the bride balloons. She
Mhm.
has, it's really cute. They're wearing their same pajamas in the airport. She looks beautiful. She's wearing Colt Gaia. They're staying at the Rosewood Las Ventanas. They're on a boat, but it doesn't look like a super yacht. It's just like a cute boat. And it just, I will say, it was definitely like very, I don't know, for Selena being a billionaire, there was something really kind of chill about it and very
Yes.
normal that I found to be endearing as well.
I completely agree.
Well, glad we are on the same page. Okay, let's discuss Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble. I mean, you sent this, Chandler, and my blood ran cold because you know that a lot of my faith and love rests in the union of these two. They are on my
does
Mount
not.
Rushmore of monogamy.
It absolutely does not. Lauren, do not even play us with that. Everyone,
No, I could barely
We've
get
been-
out the sentence. It clearly does not.
we've been seeing reports of these two bickering, in Italy. What did she say? She wanted him to take a different water taxi so that she could just get, a shot of herself solo. Can't blame a queen. And then we saw the little video of them kind of, in some type of verbal tussle at
Mhm.
the Beyonce concert. Okay. And it looks like these two are maybe headed for Splitsville. And what we are allegedly hearing, I guess it's not
Mhm.
alleged that we're hearing this, but we are hearing this, and these reports are alleged, that he is demanding a payday from Kris
Yeah.
for the last 10 years of their relationship, which
I'll read the quote before you give your thoughts.
read the quote. Okay, please. Great.
So it says, Corey feels he deserves a nice payday. He reasons he deserves it after having been Kris's protector, business partner, assistant, confidant, and lover. All right. According to Radar Online, the source added that Corey Gamble sees himself as, quote, the glue, holding the family together during all their crises. Corey Gamble sees himself as, quote, the glue, holding the family together during all of their crises. Now he just wants his fair share, or he'll be forced to find another way to profit off the years when he was Kris's love slave. I mean,
Oh gosh,
you didn't read that one?
I didn't make it to love slave.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is if this is really going on, this is pretty wild that he's making these veiled threats to Kris Jenner. I mean, they're not so veiled, actually.
I fully believe it.
Oh, you do believe it?
I do. I absolutely do. I think they're
say
absolutely.
more.
I think she got the facelift. I think she's feeling like new chapter, like new me, and she's over him. She's fucking over him. I mean, Corey is not the glue in their family.
So much to say here. Corey is not the glue. You know who the glue is? Kris fucking Jenner, the mother, the matriarch of the family.
If there needs to be some type of male that is the glue, it's maybe Scott Disick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sorry, Corey, you just barely came on the scene, bro.
No, it's absolutely insane. So this is the part that's absolutely so galling. So it says Corey Gamble reportedly stated that his career was on an upward trajectory as a talent manager when he met the Jenner matriarch in 2014, but he chose to keep that in the back seat for her. I mean, I'm sorry, no one knew who Corey Gamble was until he became Kris Jenner's love slave, ostensibly.
I'm pretty sure too, Corey has like Diddy ties, which doesn't exactly look good for him. Like I think when he's wrapped up somehow in like Kim Porter and like when she died and like her mysterious book that, you know, was never got released, that whole thing. So yeah, I think Corey's a little bit shady. And nobody had heard of him really, at least like, you know, he was not Corey Gamble like in a bigger and major way until he started dating Kris Jenner.
Yeah, and if we all remember what Kanye said, Corey Gamble is basically like a plant that is meant to be there to control Kris Jenner and the Jenner Kardashian crew, or at least have eyes on them. Kanye obviously is not someone I think we want to trust what he has to say in general, but it is interesting. It's like, where did Corey Gamble come from, truly?
Yeah, I think that I'm just skeptical of his motives.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't fully trust the guy at all. And so I do believe that he would write a tell-all or something, you know. And they never got married. They were just, you know, did they get engaged? Were they engaged?
They were not even engaged. They were just boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't think Kris ever wanted to marry him. I think he really was just like a nice companion. But I feel like there's just no way he didn't sign a crazy NDA. So these threats seem super hollow to me.
No, yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, there's just no way he didn't sign an NDA. And also, like, if anyone owes anyone anything, it's probably him owing Kris Jenner, because likely he's lived and traveled and bought so much stuff for free for the past decade.
Well, and I didn't know that you could just like demand money from your long-term partner.
Like, you cannot legally.
Right.
But I think that's why he's like threatening to expose her secrets or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just like, whenever I would watch the show and he was in it, like it would always be like Corey and he would be like, I don't know, trying to talk to like Kendall or something. And I think they like tolerated the guy.
Yeah. I think he had a calming energy on the show, which I do think was kind of nice for Kris, right? Like he did seem just like a very nice, chill companion. But if he's now blackmailing her, that is really a plot twist and not something we like seeing happening to our queen.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
She should just be enjoying her new facelift in peace. Her new face, Corey.
Right. Leave her be.
You guys, there's no better feeling than sinking into a gorgeous bed of delicious, cozy sheets. And if you are sleeping on Cozy Earth sheets, you are truly missing out. When I wrap myself in my beautiful viscose bamboo Cozy Earth sheets, I swear to you, I drift off like I am in a pillowy cloud. It's a true story. I was at Courtney's house in Utah, and she said that she had replaced all her sheets with Cozy Earth because they were so comfortable and cozy. They're so good. When life feels overwhelming or stressful, I can rely on my bed being the pause button for the day, and that is all thanks to Cozy Earth. The best part, if you want to try these sheets, you can try them with a risk-free 100-night sleep trial. Head to cozyearth.com and use our code POP for 40% off. And if you get a post-purchase survey, make sure to let them know you heard about Cozy Earth right here, because your bed should be more than a place to sleep. It should be your happy place. Cozy Earth makes that possible. If you're anything like me, each dinner with girlfriends is basically a big therapy session, but unfortunately the advice can range from, have you tried manifesting, to should we just order an extra dessert tonight and try to make peace with more carbs? It's not exactly clinical level problem solving. That is why I finally got a therapist. And it's different. Therapists are actually trained, licensed, and give you the tools that go beyond what your group chat can muster. It's not just venting anymore. It's learning how to handle stress, set boundaries, and show up as the better version of yourself. BetterHelp makes it easy to find the right match. They've been doing this for over 10 years, have 30,000 licensed therapists, and over 1.7 million reviews with a 4.9-star rating. You fill out a quick questionnaire, they pair you with someone, and if it's not the vibe, you can switch anytime. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/popapologists. That's betterhelp.com/popapologists.
Hi guys. So Lauren and I ran into some pretty serious technical issues with the second half of this show. So we're releasing our Taylor and Travis engagement episode for everyone. The reactions were just so positive, and just truly everyone should have some of this fairy tale wild joy in their life. Hope you all enjoy it, and we'll be back on Friday with a new Global Elites episode. Love you guys. Well,
all too well. I mean, Chandler, it is the biggest day since the Big Bang. And honestly, this is a bigger day.
When I woke up yesterday, August 26th, I did not know that it was going to be the biggest day of my life. And that's what they say. You know, you just never know when life's going to come at you fast.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God.
I thought I was looking forward to the birth of my first child at some point. But then I realized that I got everything I needed yesterday when I beheld the news. I mean, when it happened, Taylor Allison Swift is engaged to Travis Kelsey.
She has a ring on her finger. She's going to get married. Everyone, we're popping a bottle of champagne.
It's 10 a.m. on a Wednesday. We're recording Wednesday morning. So yesterday was the biggest day since the Big Bang. Let's be very accurate.
Yes. It hasn't even been 24 hours.
I was at the nail salon yesterday, and I felt like all of my limbs were going numb. Like I was like, do I need to go to the hospital? Like I felt like my brain and body were kind of malfunctioning because I have just been so overtaken by this news. It's been a physiological response. Everyone, we are popping a bottle in honor of the future Mr. and Mrs. Kelsey.
I was so nervous I was going to explode everywhere, all over our beautiful new studio. Pour me a glass, baby.
So heteronormative. I mean, it should be really Mr. and Mrs. Swift. I think Travis Swift has a much better ring to it than Taylor Kelsey, personally.
Well, what is this pour, first of all?
Well, I know there's a lot
taste.
of bubbles. There's a lot of bubbles. It is 10 a.m.
There's no way she's changing her last name. Do you think she's going to change her last name?
No. And if anyone should change their last name, it's definitely Travis, because Swift is such a better last name than Kelsey.
Agreed.
Just being completely candid.
Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Why are you even talking about that now?
I'm sorry. Let's go back to the beginning. Where were we? Where we were.
Okay.
I don't know if honestly I remember how to speak English. That's the same.
I know. Why don't you just put a lid on it for a second and I'll talk.
Okay.
Yesterday, Lauren and I recorded our full episode that's out now, the regular episode.
Correct.
Great episode. We loved it. It was so fun. Then we had to jump. Lauren had to do therapy. I had some Q&A to do. I left your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I drove to get myself some lunch, and I was just parked, on a street corner, filming a little Q&A in the car, as one does. And I simply opened Instagram, and all of a sudden, So High School's playing, and I'm looking at a photo of this green verdant, and my eyes are not registering
the verdant
because
garden.
It felt like I was having a vision almost, that it felt surreal. It didn't feel like I was actually looking at a photo from Killa Trav. It didn't look like I was looking at a actual collab post from the two of them. I thought it was a dream. And
we're gonna have to remember how to speak English.
Oh, and I can't make any promises.
Out.
I can't make any promises. Also, cheers.
Cheers. Oh,
wow.
Our girl is engaged.
She's engaged. Okay, but shut up. Don't get too much. Don't get in the weeds. You're in therapy at this point. I know you're in therapy. That's why I had to leave your apartment, to give you privacy.
Yes. I feel like the last Taylor Swift announcement, I was also in therapy. I've only been to therapy actually twice now, but both times there have been major announcements.
during therapy. It's been part of the discussion, everyone.
And I think I called you once, but then I was like, she's in therapy. I'm not going to blow up her FaceTime.
Right.
You know, that would be disrespectful to, you know, whatever healing you were having at that moment.
Right.
And so Kelsey, our dear friend in our group chat, had already put the word out. And her and I were the only people who were on FaceTime
for
like
real.
We couldn't get anybody else on the horn for like 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Can you
Talk
believe
about
that?
anticlimax.
I mean, there was nothing anticlimactic about
Okay,
that
good.
moment for me. If anything, I was just like, I'm so happy that I can have this moment. And I mean, I rolled down my window. I yelled it out the window. I couldn't believe people were walking around like normal.
Yeah.
I wanted to yell Hosanna.
Honestly, immediately.
Like, Hosanna!
1,000,000%. There should have just been some sort of like collective nationwide. We should have been honestly prepped. Like, I think in schools, they should have prepped us just like what happens during an earthquake or with a nuclear attack. There should have been some sort of like, when Taylor Swift gets engaged,
this is what we as a nation do.
We all
stop, drop, and celebrate. I mean, I really was just so surprised people were walking around like normal. I was close to the East River and no horns were going off. It really was disappointing.
Okay. So that is a disappointment. And one thing to say, we did FaceTime Courtney and she was at the Grand America Hotel, our sister, and they brought out free pina coladas for everyone to celebrate. And she said people were freaking out.
Yeah.
So I'm very jealous she had that experience.
Right.
Because it's the appropriate human experience for an event of this magnitude. I get out of therapy and I see a million messages and I immediately see, as I'm clicking off the Zoom, a photo of the ring in the group chat. So immediately, like, you know, the synapses, the neurons.
Do you know that
fired.
it's Taylor's ring? Do you think it's someone else in our group
No,
chat?
immediately it's like Taylor's engaged. Okay. And I think I had a crestfallen moment because I was like, I missed it. I missed the engagement. And like they've all been together for this. So, but that happens. But then I see FaceTime. I immediately join.
Yeah.
That's when you start screen recording.
The minute Lauren jumped on FaceTime, I was like, I got to screen record this. Because, and you also, I was a little delayed because there was a couple of seconds where Lauren was just jumping. It was full monkey, like on her couch. She was just jumping up and down.
So I look at the photos while we're on FaceTime. And I think there was just so many things happening in my brain at once. But the biggest thing was feeling so happy for Taylor. And I know everyone's joking, like, I'm so happy for my very close personal friend, Taylor Allison Swift. And for me, it goes so beyond that. It's like, this person is not just a close personal friend. This person is me. This person is you.
Yeah.
This person represents all of humanity.
Yeah.
And especially the female human experience. And I think we have witnessed her go through so many ups and downs, so many tribulations, so much emotional torment. And to be greeted with this wholesome, gorgeous, lush, beautiful proposal, it just was so sweet. And it was so healing just seeing all of those photos and seeing this BFD on her finger. I mean, I want to do more photo analysis in a second, but that's when I became quite verklempt and I jumped up again. I got emotional. You were FaceTime or screen recording. I didn't know you were. And that was kind of what I was feeling in that moment, was like, it was just a Lisa Frank dolphin animation emoji moment. Like,
yes,
nature was healing.
Yeah. It was a win for women yesterday.
Yes.
A win that we frankly needed. No, you did not know I was screen recording you, which is why your reaction was so tender. I mean, I've watched the video of you so many times, and I'm so glad you made it into a reel because it needed to be immortalized. But it's just when you go from smiling to then emotional, it's literally like, it's like 7-year-old Lauren, and it's so sweet. I love it so much. Like, that is truly, people don't know.
If people don't know.
Premium global elites. You don't know this. Well, all I was gonna say is that you are just like a deeply feeling person.
True.
So my tears actually didn't come till this morning. My tears didn't start to ricochet until this morning.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that.
I felt her healing.
I got choked up yesterday. Let me be clear. But you were like,
you
had like a 7-year-old like chin quivering cry, and it was very cute.
Honestly, I think it would be very similar, if not more impressive, than witnessing Jesus leave the tomb after having seen him be crucified. And I think that's understating matters.
Well, I mean,
Like
I don't think
healing.
Jesus ever had his heart broken in the same way that Taylor did or we did. And
Sure,
that
but we
experience
all
to
saw
share.
him suffer. We've all seen Taylor suffer. And to see this healing, it moved me beyond words. And so I'm going to try to muster them today on this episode.
I think as well, our Taylor cup runneth over currently. Before this day, before the biggest day of our lives yesterday, we were already in a Taylor Swift afterglow from the podcast, from the album. So we were not starved for this.
Correct.
So I think that the fact that it was just dropped on us out of nowhere was such a fucking surprise.
No, so out of nowhere, which honestly, I think it just felt so authentic because let me say one thing. I can guarantee you this was not planned as part of the, life of a showgirl grid. Okay, her Instagram grid has been planned for 6+ months.
Right.
The idea that now, right in the middle, is this like Garden of Eden. Some people are calling it Rainforest Cafe. And to those people, I would like to say, please, let's get them executed because it's actually a gorgeous, Edenic, beautiful, it's an Adam and Eve scene.
I feel like the garden is very, what's the clothing brand? It's very,
Victoria's Secret.
No. It's not Doen.
Bath and Body Works.
It's not. And maybe it's for Love and Lemons.
Okay.
Anyway, it's just like it's a very Love Shack Fancy. It's a very just like
agreed,
rosy, verdant, feminine garden scene.
Yes.
I do not think it's Rainforest Cafe. Rainforest Cafe is indoors, bitches,
and it's also like parrots.
Yes. No. It's like it's like English.
It is classic English countryside. And here's the thing that I love about it. I love that it was not like on a yacht in Antarctica on top of a jacuzzi the size of a heart that's made in gold. Like I'm happy that this was actually quite a very traditional engagement. I mean, so much about it was traditional. You guys, there's no greater life hack than the Mongolian cashmere at Quince. Whenever I'm on a plane, I wear the sweatpants, the joggers, and the sweater. And I kid you not, I feel like I am wearing pajamas, but the look is very sophisticated and refined because the cashmere is just so soft and beautiful. And then I love to pair it with a really structured, nice trench coat and some really great loafers. Walking through the airport, I feel perfectly put together and so chic. But then once I'm on the plane and I take off my trench coat, I fully am just in luxurious pajamas. The entire set is under $200. This is the biggest hack, and I now have it in 3 different colors. I'm obsessed. Keep it classic and cozy this fall with long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/apologist for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/apologist to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/apologist. Is there anything more comforting than a delicious noodle? You guys, I just love the feeling of a forkful of noodles shoveling in to my pie hole. But unfortunately, sometimes my macros and my nutrition goals get in the way of consuming the pasta I yearn for. That is why I love Hero Bread's Hero Noodles. They've got more protein, 60% fewer calories than traditional noodles, only 5 grams of net carbs, 0 grams sugar, 12 grams protein, and 32 grams of fiber. And the texture, honestly, I was surprised. It's perfectly tender, just like regular noodles, and pairs beautifully with my favorite pesto sauce. It makes whipping up a comforting and healthy dinner so easy without feeling like I'm sacrificing flavor. Hero Bread isn't just noodles. You've got bagels, sliced loaves, tortillas, dinner rolls, and even small batch treats like their 2-gram net carb croissant. Everything is soft, fluffy, and ultra low net carb, so you can enjoy all your favorites guilt-free. Right now, Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order. Go to hero.co and use code POP at checkout. That's POP at HERO.co.
Well, should we get into
where do we begin?
So let's just say that we were all theorizing, when did this happen over FaceTime? And
Courtney and I drew our lines in the sand.
Yeah, you guys absolutely did. And I was skeptical.
Courtney made a very astute point. She said, there's no way that they just sat on this. She said, this is the biggest gossip in the entire world. this must have happened yesterday, because otherwise the threat of a leak is too severe.
Yeah, right. And this would be like the worst leak.
And I thought that was such an astute point, and I very much wholeheartedly believe that theory.
Yeah, you guys kind of convinced me, but I just thought, like with any engagement, so many people want to have a moment to just bask in it before they are literally responding to
Inundated.
comments on Instagram or
Yeah.
inundated with messages and press. And
Because every single person that feels like they have any sort of semblance of relationship with Taylor is texting right now.
I mean, to a normal person, that's what happens.
Yeah.
When you get engaged, every person from your life basically texts you,
For
congratulations,
sure.
and it's wonderful.
Yes.
But you want a moment before that chaos.
Correct.
So I kind of thought it happened a little bit ago. Definitely not last night.
Yeah.
And then we find out
Mm-hmm.
that, is it confirmed that it happened the night of the taping?
It is confirmed. Yes. So Ed Kelsey has basically been doing a press tour to fill in a lot of the gaps here. And this happened after they filmed New Heights the same night. So they went out to dinner, and what he says is basically, I'm sure you heard this.
Well, he said that this happened in their backyard.
This happened in their backyard.
It was in their private backyard.
Mhm.
Did you see the tweet or whatever that was like in the house that he bought 3 months after they first started dating? He bought for her 3 months after they started dating.
There's so much to say, but the fact that our girl got, in my opinion, a very sweet, wholesome, beautiful, just like true love engagement that was just in the backyard on the way to dinner. That is so, I think it's like,
That's what she wants.
It's so right.
That's what she wants. I don't think she wants touchdown Super Bowl
No.
Jumbotron proposal.
She doesn't want like penguins in the air doing like
No.
a bunch of nosedives and I don't know, aerial performances.
Right, as penguins do. Yeah.
I
She doesn't want a Cirque du Soleil penguin show.
She doesn't, and I think that on some level you would think that's what she would get, but no, this is so perfect for a girl who really has been singing about basic bitch
Paper rings.
desires, marriage, kids, true love. That has been what she's wanted all this time.
Right.
And to see her get it in just the most beautiful, perfect way.
I think it's simple, it's private, but it's also so romantic.
Mhm.
The flowers are beautiful.
So beautiful.
So let's go back to Ed Kelsey's revelations.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the Book of Ed.
Please.
And the revelations given there. So apparently, according to him, he used these words. Travis wanted to wait until like this week, which I believe is the anniversary of their first date.
Okay.
But she was getting
Antsy. Okay, thank you. Because I said in the group message, I said, everyone, what is this sentence? I mean, no, actually, I think we need to play it, by the way, because people need to hear it from Ed's mouth.
Ed also, he's like on a Zoom interview. I want to know, like, literally, I want to know if he was paid. I'm not just doubting his motives or anything. I just think it's so funny.
Paid.
But I just think it's so funny. Like, they're all so pure. The entire Kelsey clan.
They are.
Donna with kind of an exception, but they are very pure. Here's Ed.
He was going to put it off till this week. I think she was getting maybe a little antsy, but he was going to put it off till this week to, make some grand thing to make it a big special event.
I wanted to drill down on she was getting a little antsy. Because not only did she get a very traditional proposal on a very traditional timeline, 2 years, she also was just like the rest of us. Guess what? She was getting antsy to get that proposal.
She was literally doing the thing that we all did, where you were like, Lisa, I know that I had to stop myself from asking every other day. I challenged myself to only ask once a week about my proposal.
She wanted that BFD on her finger. And you remember the craving. It's like a bodily urge.
No, it's like, literally the day before I got proposed to, I said to Ben, have you seen the ring? Have you at least seen it?
You can't stop thinking about it. And so the idea that it's so funny that Ed Kelsey let that slip, that he said she was getting a little antsy. So she knew this was coming.
She knew this was coming. And I think the fact that their the anniversary of their first date is this week, that really means that like she kind of knew that date was happening.
Yeah.
And so she really was like, I'm sure she was expecting it to actually happen like right about now.
Or
potentially
just sometime soon.
Yeah.
Because let's get to the ring if we can.
I feel like there's 8 million things to talk about before we get to the ring. But
I definitely think that it's so special for all of us that she was just like us.
Yeah.
That it wasn't this crazy surprise. They definitely had spoken about it. And it just, again, she is every woman.
Also, I just have to say, I'm really glad that the photos do not have the filter on it. Her whack ass filter.
Well, that I think shows that he was organizing this entire thing, and he did catch her off guard.
Yes, completely.
Yeah.
And internet sleuths have determined that she has the creases in her hair from the headphones. When she taped New Heights. So like, really, it is, yeah, like you said, confirmed that it happened after they taped New Heights. Allegedly, according to Ed, they were going to go out to dinner, but he said, let's go have a glass of wine first.
You know what makes so much sense? The idea that all those florists would show up, or the florist would show up and start making the property up while they're recording.
Yes, but I think they recorded at Travis's. I don't know.
It happened at Travis's. The proposal happened at Travis's.
But I'm saying, I think they also maybe recorded New Heights at, I don't know. Because I was listening when I was listening to, I know, but do you think they recorded the podcast at the house at some type of like, they have some room they made up? Or do you think they recorded it at another location?
No, I think they recorded it at his house.
They recorded it at his house, and also the proposal is being set up in the.
I believe
that,
so.
and that to me is crazy. How did he keep it? How did he keep her away from everything?
I have no idea. I need to know so many things. Her outfit to me also said, I didn't know this was happening.
Yes,
beautiful dress, simple dress. I thought it actually like very much matched the environment.
Yes.
But I don't think it was giving like, I know I'm about to be proposed to, I'm going to wear a banger fit.
As a girl who's wearing parachute pants and a crop top when she got proposed, and a zip up hoodie when she got proposed to, I absolutely like would have changed my fit if I would have absolutely known.
Yeah. I mean, I got proposed to wearing jeans and a t-shirt and Converse.
Yeah.
And I still said yes, which is a testament to our love.
Totally.
But I think this is one of the issues you run into when you marry a straight man is they don't always pick your best sartorial moment.
And honestly, though, I'm glad. I'm glad that I was caught off guard. You're glad that you were caught off guard? I'm sure she is so happy that she was caught off guard.
I agree.
I also saw a post from somebody who I believe is like an executive producer or something.
Okay.
And they said, I'm so happy I took this photo. And I think it was like somebody, I don't know if they had to me, it just looked like it was somebody from like the production crew of all of their life, not necessarily a professional photographer who took these photos.
Wait, you think someone randomly had a DSLR camera out and was taking photos?
No. I think they were the photo person, but I don't know if they like hired somebody to.
I fail to see the distinction between the two.
I guess like a person, like they hired wherever they're living. This is in Kansas City, where Missouri. I don't think they hired a local Missouri photographer. That's all I'm saying.
Probably not. They probably did have someone
like somebody almost from the ranks,
yes,
who could keep it a secret.
Well, Ed said that basically Kelsey, Travis had everyone who generally works with him help with this. So I think another thing we're learning is that they really do have a super tight community around them that can keep a secret, because keeping the secret of Taylor Swift's engagement for 2 full weeks,
could you do it?
I think that I would take that more seriously than any other human task. So yes, to me, it's like it would be that, and then handling like having the nuclear code safe. So yes, I think I would take it seriously, but yeah, I think that they clearly really trust their family because they FaceTime their family after. They have a core crew that they trust, which I think is really special.
Everyone to just get the timeline straight. So this has happened. I can't speak. This happened 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
So for 2 weeks, the world has not known that they have been engaged.
Yes, correct. About 2, maybe a little over. Like I think it was August 10th.
Which is crazy. And I love the fact that Scott and Ed were like both in the loop, and they were both telling him, because Ed says that he wanted to plan some big thing, some big event.
Dancing in the air.
And they were like, it's going to be special no matter where you do it, whether it's on the side of the road. The minute you get down on one knee, that's the moment. Like, it's special. And I guess, and Ed goes, I was telling him that, and it helped a lot that Scott was telling him the same thing. Just like, I love this like father group chat.
He's like, I knew I was going to get off the phone, and then Scott was going to call him and tell him the same thing. And I thought that was really good. It was just so cute.
Just like thinking about how intertwined their families are.
This is the biggest gift. This is another thing Ed said, which was so cute, is they were like, how crazy is this? Are you prepared for what your life is going to be? Like, this is basically our royal wedding bigger. And Ed was like, well, I think, for all of us, for us as parents, to us, these are our little babies, and it like, even if they've gained notoriety through their success, That's not.
I'm crying.
I know. Like this is their children, Chandler, and they are a family. And it is, I mean, God help us if it had been Denise, involved.
Who's Denise?
Maddie Healy's mom.
Like, why are we talking about Denise Richards?
There's just a wholesomeness to the Kelsey family.
And I
the
just
Swift.
love that. I think that they are just a great match. They're just two American families
Mm-hmm.
who like having dinner at home, who are just simple folk.
This is a great day for our nation.
Where were we?
Second only possibly to, that day in 1776 on the 4th of July. When independence was declared.
That's definitely second to this. But
I mean, we are truly free from the British, being done with Maddie and Joe in this moment.
And I just think about the pride that all these parents must feel, knowing that, like,
should we say the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes. I don't know, just the joy that they feel seeing her be with someone who really appreciates her and loves her so deeply for all that she is after she's just been through the ringer with some of these fucking jokers.
And this is what I want to say. The person that is meant for you is not always the person you create in your mind as being perfect for you. And I think I heard someone say this, and I think it's so true. Travis is not someone, basically, like, sometimes you need someone to balance you out instead of someone who's going to heighten your neuroses.
Yes.
And I think Taylor probably thought she needed a dark, moody poet, an artist. But no, she needed a guy on the football team who's happy-go-lucky, who can kind of chill out her angst.
Who is confident enough to just bask in her smarts. I mean, I was replaying a part of the podcast where he's just like, it's so hot when she uses big words like that. Like he has no problem doing this.
No problem.
I mean, we saw him do it on the tour, but it's like, he has no problem truly letting her fully shine and appreciating her so loud, out loud.
I agree. And I think that he is going to be, the first one to be changing a diaper. I think he's going to, like, throw a T-ball out in the yard with the kids.
I think a T-ball is actually one that it sits on top of things. I don't know if you throw the T-ball.
He's just going to be that hands-on dad that I think is just, it's just, she's getting this wholesome, like, union. And I think this is the thing that's good for her everyday life. And that is going to bring joy to her everyday life. I honestly, Chandler, I don't know that she would have made this choice until she was like 34, 35 or 33, however old they were when they met. And like, she had dated the guys that weren't right for her.
I completely agree. And I'll get even more specific with it. I think she needed to date Maddie Healy to see that, like, okay, he's the perfect, too cool musician, brooding art boy. Like, Joe was was close to him in that way a little bit, but Maddie Healy was the perfect, typecast of that. And she saw how that went. Well, and how he treated her.
She saw how he treated her. And I think that she needed to get him out of her system because she was so obsessed with him for clearly so long. I mean, I've seen the way you and Courtney talk about Maddie Healy and like the look in your eyes. It's sick. Like, people who are into the 1970s, women who are into the 1975 have a Maddie Healy psychosis.
Well, we have some type of mental disorder for sure.
For sure. And you need an exorcism. And Taylor got the exorcism needed to properly appreciate the true goodness that is Travis Kelsey.
Right. And the peace that he will bring to her life forever. Yeah. I mean, he brings her peace.
He brings her peace. And she doesn't have to worry about if he can ever find happiness with her. Like,
what if she can never bring him peace?
She's not the albatross.
He's good, girl. He's good.
He's better because of you in his life.
Yes.
And I think she feels that and has internalized that. I mean, it is just this union.
The way that I've been watching so many of these montages. Okay. This is another thing I want to say.
Please.
Like, yesterday I told the group chat that I was kind of actually toggling back and forth between some of her saddest songs to like So High School.
Yeah.
Because I just kind of wanted to go on a little bit of the journey emotionally.
Yeah.
So playing, Loss of My Life, Love of My Life, however you want to interpret it. Playing You're Losing Me. These songs that talk about, I don't know, just like this deep rejection by the person that you thought was the one for you.
I Wouldn't Marry Me Either.
I Wouldn't Marry Me Either. Pathological people pleaser.
How about
Fuck you, Joe Alwyn.
I'm sorry. How about You Talk to Me? Or how about
I know. You should talk to me under the table. Talking
rings
rings.
and talking cradles. How about that, Chandler? Like, she has been wanting this, and
Since Paper Rings.
Since Paper Rings.
That was like, I mean, I guess that I feel like that was one of her first songs that was talking about marriage.
I think she tried to convince herself for a time in Lavender Haze that maybe this wasn't something she was interested in. Also, that was about meeting Joe. That was, I think, in 2016, a long time ago. So maybe there was a moment when she just wanted to stay in the Lavender Haze. But ultimately, the through line of her songs has been a desire for love. And guess what? She has felt like the prophecy was that she would not find love. Okay. She just wanted someone who she doesn't need money. She just wants someone who loves her company, Chandler.
I know. Sorry, I'm struggling to find another lyric mentally. But listening to So High School, and people have different thoughts about that song. I find that song to be incredibly special, and now it's really actually quite a moving ballad.
It's an iconic song.
And this morning I walked to get coffee and I broke down in tears listening to it. And I walked past a group of construction workers who thought I was having some type of mental breakdown. But there's a moment in the song where she's like, I think it's maybe in the bridge or something, and she's like, "Are you gonna marry, kiss, or kill me? It's just game it really. I'm betting all three for us too. Because look at you, it's just I hate to sing on this podcast, but it's just I don't know. I'm beaming thinking about the two of them.
Yeah.
And like with a moment we just got to experience with them on the podcast, seeing how in love they are. That was another thing Ed Kelsey said.
They're just two young people who are so in love.
Crazy about each other. Our mom's favorite phrase.
And I think it's sweet that he said that they've known this was coming.
Sorry, I'm losing the plot here.
You are. I think you're getting like a little bit into, you're having like a private journaling experience.
So maybe the champagne is hitting, but I'm having like a lot of warm fuzzies right now. And you need to keep me on track. This episode of Pop Apologists is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. From vacation rentals to hotels across the U.S., Booking.com has the ideal stay for anyone, even those who might seem impossible to please. Whether you're booking for yourself, your partner, your sleep light, rise early mom, or your high maintenance group chat, you can find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Lately, Ben and I have just been craving little escapes from the city, something romantic and quiet just for us. But we also want to stay more than just a couple of days, so we need space to actually get some work done. For me, that means a quiet spot to record the pod without background chaos. For him, strong Wi-Fi is a must. And then come the dreamy details. A bathtub, soft lighting for golden hour selfies, a king bed with crisp hotel sheets, and yes, a cozy nook for late night snacks. If I can find my perfect stay on Booking.com, anyone can. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Book today on the site or in the app.
Okay, I want to talk about the ring.
Let's talk about the ring.
So apparently Travis had this in early July. Are you okay? You're like,
this is how it's happened to me this morning. I'm in the afterglow.
Yeah,
I'm in the afterglow,
and that's I think that's so normal and so fine.
I really want to listen to one of her songs right now, but I'm going to push through.
Push through.
Okay. The ring.
So Travis had this ring apparently in early July. So he's had it at least for 4 or 5 weeks.
So no wonder she's feral, because I bet she knew that he had the ring. And then it was just like, when is this going to happen?
Because if you look at this ring, I'm sorry, there is no way that Travis Kelsey designed a old mine cut diamond ring, okay, a vintage stone, in an engraved band by a cool girl NYC jeweler. It's just
no. This was not a surprise ring.
This was not a surprise.
This was not
ring.
like an Ed Kelsey original. Like Ed Scott and Travis all went to Zales.
No, and I think that if it had been left to Travis's devices, it would have been a much more modern ring.
Yeah, totally.
Potentially larger, in my opinion, because I think he might have thought like, oh, just go as big as possible.
Yeah, right. That's what'll make her happy. No. The preamble's done. We get the picture you're painting. She helped design this ring. Yeah. This was her pick.
She designed this ring.
And I think too, that's like a lot of people do that. That was my journey. Like, girls, it's okay to just want to pick out your ring and then leave the rest up to the man.
I also think if you're Taylor Swift, no one gets to spring a proposal on you. I also think that he knows he can't mess up this ring.
Yeah.
And I don't think she would let that happen. Like, she picked out this ring. I guarantee it. If you look at it, it is just so her.
I love that they're old mine cut diamonds, because that's what I have.
I mean, so special.
It's so special. It's so her. I don't consider myself to be such an old timey girl like she is.
Yeah.
But I obviously love the look of old time diamonds.
A vintage old mine cut diamonds.
Yeah, of old mine cut diamonds. And
Yeah.
so anyway, I think it's really unique. Mom hates the ring for what it's worth. Mom hates it.
Okay, well, you know, I am a little jealous that your ring is old mine cut. Can I be candid? Yeah.
Because how many years ago did I do this? 3
years ago, you were ahead of the curve.
And I saw something that was like, are old mine cut diamonds going to become a trend thanks to Taylor Swift?
I mean, they absolutely are, especially elongated cushion cuts are going to become a trend.
I'm very pleased with her choice personally, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it's a spectacular ring. I can't tell, what are the engravings on the side? Is it words?
It's a design.
Okay.
So it's a design. So it's Artifacts Fine is the jewelry designer. It's Kindred Lubeck. So that is this woman's name. She's honestly, she's like a NYC cool girl. She's very pretty. She has like a very bohemian vibe. And the ring is estimated to be 8 carats. I've seen estimates of 250,000 at the very low end. I've seen estimates up to 3 million. The amount I'm trusting right now is 850K, and I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
It was in the description of a podcast of the podcast Ed Kelsey went on. And on that podcast, they had another episode where they revealed that Travis has a Finsta, and they've seen like they have a friend who follows it. And Travis has been posting Taylor for like the past year on the Finsta.
You're fucking kidding me. And it's never leaked?
It's never leaked. And so on the description of this episode,
it's crazy.
They said that it's 8 carats and 850K. Okay. So many things to say. But I think that if we have seen Lauren Sanchez's ring, if we've seen Cristiano Ronaldo's fiance's ring, Georgina, you guys all know I love Georgina. I think that these huge diamonds that these celebrities get are very tacky.
Yes.
And this ring, for Taylor Swift's budget and being the behemoth that Taylor Swift is, she could have the biggest warbler in the world.
Right.
But no. This ring is actually quite diminutive. It's very refined. It's very restrained.
It's a massive ring, but it's not a $5 million ring.
No, I think.
How much is Lauren Sanchez's ring again?
I know. I think it's. Remember how Lauren Sanchez got, I believe, a $20 or $30 million ring during the wedding week.
Crazy.
That was upstaging her engagement ring. So, no, this ring is like actually quite restrained.
Right.
The other thing I will say is, Taylor Swift's circle, and a lot of the circles she runs in, she's seeing 10 plus carat rings all the time. The idea that she got an 8 carat ring, it just, again, it is very restrained, for her station.
100%
which is above everyone.
I mean, literally, she's our princess.
Which is why
she could have the biggest ring of all, and we would be like, she deserves it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We would be like, someone just needs to lift her hands from now on, and that's fine.
Yeah. I love it so much. I think it's so beautiful.
It's such a testament to the sweetness of her, right? I think that she is a person who she likes to have that kind of like vintage heirloomy quality to a lot of her things.
Yeah.
And she didn't want the biggest ring in the room.
Right.
She wanted the most special ring in the room.
Right.
Or just the most special ring for her. And there is just, I don't know. I'm so obsessed with it.
It's spectacular. It's exactly what she deserves. It's so her. And I just want to come clean and say, I'm sorry for my predictions about her ring that were quite cruel.
Yeah. What did you think she was going to get?
I thought they were going to be like colored stones or something like
a peridot and a pearl.
No, like what's like, I don't know. One of those rings that like, I thought it was going to be more akin to the ring that Kaylee Teller got her.
Yeah. No, this ring is objectively stunning.
Can we clear something up right now?
Please.
Everyone was like, and she did it on Blake's birthday.
The number of DMs we got that said that were exhausting.
Girl, you can Google. Blake's birthday was on Monday.
Was on the 25th. Yeah. This was the day after Blake's birthday. I don't think it has anything to do with Blake.
Yeah.
Or it ends with us, this proposal.
This is not a Justin Baldoni. This is not a Team Baldoni proposal. It's engagement.
I don't think Taylor Swift's proposal announcement I don't think it was run past Brian Friedman. And I don't think it was Team Justin coded.
Definitely not.
That is very astute, Chandler. Thank you.
The only thing that let me down about this proposal were her shoes.
Okay, I honestly want a moment of vulnerability on this podcast, and I want to have some courage to say I don't like a platform ever.
Yeah.
Like I don't like a platform heel. The chunky quality of a platform heel is it's never pretty to me. It's always off-putting. And I just want to be honest about that. And I will say when we got the photo of them in the garden sitting on the bench, we were not only greeted with her platform heel, but also him in shorts. And I could have done without both of those images.
Yeah, totally. I could have done without the shorts. I guess it's like summer in the Midwest. It's
No
probably
excuse.
very humid, but the shoes were dreadful.
Mhm.
And I just have to, like, the shoes were dreadful. And I'm going to go out on, another limb here and just say that I thought the caption was extremely her touch cringe.
Oh, see, I love the caption.
You love the caption.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, because
I just like, he's bigger than a high school gym teacher. And that's
the point though. It's like, I think for her, I liked it because I think strategically
it's
and
very like, it's like demure kind of.
It's putting her with everyone else.
Yeah.
It's like this isn't about two superstars.
Yeah.
It's just like we're two normal people.
Yeah.
We're your English nerd and the jock at from high school, and we're getting married. And I think honestly, that's super cute.
I like that lens. I'm gonna apply that to it moving forward.
What lens did you apply?
A cringe.
Really?
Well, just lens of like, I don't know, like
what should it have been?
I don't know. It was like it's just like a little too like it's a bit.
Like downplaying it a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Like it was too jokey. I think I wish it was less jokey. But I love that. I love that perspective, and I think like that's totally right.
I think she needed to keep it. I think she needed to have some moment of levity in the announcement, only to not like send people straight to the hospital. I think that this maybe was even strategic just to bring down our nervous systems a little bit, to have a moment of laughter, because she knew that this was going to send everyone into such a frenzy.
Yeah.
I mean, Chandler.
I mean, also just like her putting So High School over it was so cute to me.
So cute.
Like sometimes she really leans in and I just eat it up. I love it.
The president of the United States was briefed about this, or
Trump was?
Yes, was asked about it. Basically, they were in a huge meeting, not a press briefing, but they were in like, I think it looked like he was meeting with his entire cabinet. Yeah, a journalist asked Trump about, or says like, I have to let you know, basically like in the same way that someone let him know about Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, play it. It's pretty funny. The only time you'll ever hear Donald Trump on this podcast.
The biggest pop culture news of the year broke while we were in this cabinet meeting. Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift are engaged, and the world wants your reaction, sir.
Well, I wish him a lot of luck.
Oh.
I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, and I think that she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck.
I mean,
that's hilarious.
The fact that the president, you post your engagement announcement, and the president of the United States in his cabinet meeting, someone basically interrupts it.
Someone's like, I want to ask you a serious question, but I feel like I have to tell you that the biggest news of all time has just broken.
I mean,
I love that reporter. That's so funny.
So funny. I thought his reaction was honestly very Trump and quite hilarious. I thought it,
I wish him a lot of luck.
I mean, that was funny. And then, saying that she's a great person.
And he's a great football player.
It was handled well. It could have, I really, that would have sent me into a big rage. If
yeah,
it
honestly.
had gone poorly. But that's the gravity of this news, everyone.
It is.
Heads of state are alerted. I mean, William and Kate liked the photo. Meghan liked the photo. Yeah, I mean, I believe it's at 27 million as of this morning. And Life of a Showgirl album release, the biggest one, the actual album cover, got 13 million likes. So this is it's a seismic event across the galaxy.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
And we'll never be the same after this. Like, we have been waiting for Taylor to have this moment for so long.
And we've been on the journey with her. And it's like I said in my Instagram story yesterday, seeing a person you love so much and you care so deeply for get what they deserve. That's what life's all about. I
want to say, and I don't want to leave out the girlies who are still finding love in the last half of their 30s or in their 40s, or
I didn't feel like you were leaving them out, but I appreciate you making sure.
Any time of life.
Yeah.
But I do think that the age between 30 and 35 is probably one of the hardest to be dating in, because I feel like as a woman you have all these pressures on you.
Yeah, definitely.
And it can be easy to get stressed. And so I think that there was something divine in this timing.
Yeah.
I'm not even religious, but
we talk about God so much on this podcast, and neither of us are religious or practicing in any kind of way, but
I just think that
Taylor Swift kind of like fills that void.
there were a lot of women who probably have been comforted by the fact that even Taylor Swift, it's taken her a minute to find her person. And I just think there's something really like special in just how this all has gone down.
Right. And the person I think that she ended up with and what he represents. Like what you should hold out for.
Yeah.
What you actually should hold out for.
I mean,
what actually matters in a partner.
And I think that that was driven home for me when I saw the photo of them embracing. And he is just so broad of stature. And
he's just like, who did you name off on the podcast? If someone brought
Liam Neeson.
He's just like Liam Neeson.
Like like you just know that she has never felt like she has fit more perfectly with a boyfriend than with Travis Kelsey.
It's true.
And even just physically seeing her be so at home, for me, it's arresting. It's an arresting feeling.
It is. I want to touch on, like, I think something sweet is that a lot of people commented and said, I was literally, you guys were the first people I thought of when I saw this news.
Thank you all so much for keeping us in your heart.
I'm just glad that like that people associate our craziness, that they're like, oh, I bet they are losing their minds right now. Like they just know that we've been waiting a long time for this moment. And I felt really loved.
Well, and thank you for screen recording and
You're
getting
welcome.
the organic reaction on camera, because I think people love that.
Also, I do think it's very sweet that I loved what Kagan said.
Oh,
So cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
Kagan, he is not home right now. He gets home soon, but basically he's been on a surf trip, and he was flying in the UAE when the news hit, and he texted me immediately during therapy. He's like, I'm so sad I can't be there for you right now to experience this moment. Anyway, it's incredible. I want to go back to the actual post though.
Oh, we've got more.
We've got more to
words.
say.
Okay.
I just also, something I really appreciate is I think we've all been like, is she already married?
Yeah.
Is
Right.
Is the part of her that shares her life done?
Yes.
And are we going to find out that they got married on a cliff in Tanzania 6 months after meeting with a close circle of 30? And we're going to find that out in an unauthorized biography after she's dead. You know, it's like, I kind of felt like she just started to give so little of her personal life because she has, become so big or whatever. And the fact that she posted in such a traditional way, she gave us a close-up of the ring. She just fully like did the engagement post thing for all of us. That is just something we cannot overlook as a gift to this world.
And I think it's a sign of like the era that we're in with her, which is she's comfortable, she's happy, she feels safe enough to share.
Wherever you are right now, if you're driving, you might need to pull over, but just consider this. Imagine if she had married Joe Allen.
Pull over the car. Stop the car, pull over.
Like we would never see her again.
We would never she would just like fade away, or she would just like
she'd
be in Rhode Island in obscurity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, with with every day being a sad song. How long could she be a sad song? She literally she would just
get it together.
Sorry. Her life would look so different and our lives would look so different. But the fact that she has someone who wants to live their love out loud and proud, we get to benefit so much from that as Swifties. And we all have Travis Kelsey to thank. So I want all of you, like, get up and dance for Travis. I'm Lisa Rinna right now. Like, he gave us our lives. He gave us our lives.
Get up and dance. Wait, you know whose words are ringing in my head right now about when you said like love her out loud? Jet Campbell. Sorry. Jet, whatever.
We're back to Jet and Pookie.
Because Jet in his TED Talk said he and Campbell just have the bravery to love out loud. And that's what Travis does too. I wonder if Travis saw the TED Talk.
He definitely did. And I think that prompted him to do this quicker.
100%.
I mean, lot has been spoken of. There's been people are like, Blake Lively has not posted her engagement to her story.
I don't think Blake, Ryan, or I guess Kelly Teller. Kelly, yeah. No one, those three have not liked the post.
It could be Kaylee, I'm not sure. Very interesting.
Very telling.
Very telling. What is going on with the Teller-Taylor relations?
I don't know. And you know what? That's not what today's episode is about.
It's sick, the schadenfreude, I feel, because I can't be friends with Taylor Swift. Whenever someone in her like inner circle is ousted, I get a sick feeling of pleasure.
because it's like, yeah, you don't get to be her friend either anymore. I don't know. It's really wrong of me.
I mean, yeah.
Bring it up with my therapist.
I loved all the celebrities like commenting, and actually were comments turned on? I can't remember. No comments, but I'm like all the celebrities reposting it and to their stories or whatnot. Just this is a national moment, and we had to mark it.
No,
with
it's a
this
global moment.
It's
an intergalactic moment.
It's an intergalactic moment. And we were supposed to spend this entire episode talking about With Love Meghan season 2.
No, we were, but I have more to say before we get there.
Oh, you've got more, please.
Yeah.
The bigger Swifties got more to say.
Well, you know what's so funny about that is someone commented when they saw my reaction, and they're like, Lauren is clearly the bigger Swiftie. But I'll come clean on this podcast and say someone left on the Spotify. They're like, who wants to vote that Chandler's the bigger Swiftie?
Someone started a poll.
There was no poll, but like it was basically like this comment.
Yeah.
And then someone chimed in agreeing. I deleted it because it hurt my feelings so bad. I was like, this is bullying. I was like, I have to take a stand against bullying.
And I never even saw that comment.
No, you didn't.
But I did see the comment about you crying, and I was just like, sorry, I was literally screen recording this because I thought this was an amazing moment with Lauren, and I was just coming from a pure place of wanting to capture your reaction because it was like me telling you like your baby had been born.
No, and I think that what that person didn't realize is that you already knew, and you had known for like 20 minutes. And
I wish someone had gotten my reaction.
I know. Well,
you know,
it's so true. Did you jump up and down? Did you start crying?
I was driving a car. Well, I wasn't driving. I was parked.
I would have crashed.
I yelled out the window. I mean, I was having trouble seeing straight. Yeah,
that's true. You did want to do the Hosanna shout, so that's fair.
Yes.
No, the thing I want to say is, everyone, I need you to please check on the Gaylor in your life.
Can I read that post,
please? I mean, I have it if you want me to.
Yeah, please read it.
Okay. So someone wrote this in Gaylor Swift. I don't know if this is from a while ago. So this is not a new post, but someone put "I'm scared" in the Gaylor Swift Reddit. And they said, "I'm genuinely scared watching how serious Taylor and Travis are becoming. Sometimes I wonder, what if they actually get married? What if she's really not queer at all? It feels like everything I believed about her could collapse overnight. If this is real and not some PR game, I honestly think I could end up in the hospital or worse."
It's not funny, but it's so funny.
I don't know if I'd ever be able to help. I don't know if I'd ever be able to listen to her songs the same way again. Her happiness looks so different from what I imagined. Like she's truly content going to his family's event and showing up to his games just for him. I don't know how to cope with the idea that maybe I never knew her at all.
I have another one I want to play for you. This is clearly a satire video. But it's featuring a guy who has tears in his eyes and he's crying, and the caption says, "Gaylor subreddit crashing out today."
Travis Kelsey's trans. Travis Kelsey's going to come out as trans, so it's actually totally fine. We're going for they them for Travis from now on until they confirm that they'd like to be she her. In the meantime, we're just going to say Travis is they them. I think I actually remember an outfit where he was wearing the trans flag colors. A couple different outfits if you combine them as a trans flag. Nobody's stressed out at all. Everything's gonna be okay.
Someone put about her outfit in the engagement that it's stripes, like she's in prison.
And
then someone
how did
says,
I not clock that?
Someone says, I mean, all caps, technically, she didn't say, all caps, she was getting married. Just that some gym teacher somewhere was marrying English teacher. For all I know, she just wanted an excuse to wear the actual wedding ring she got from her actual wife.
You guys.
Someone says, this is a publicity stunt. The English and Gym Teacher is a 1945 novel written about a lavender relationship. Also notice how she's wearing stripes. She feels caged. We need to save her. Somebody help Taylor, please. Remember the blinds. Stay strong, Gaylors. Please, guys.
We love everyone in all these communities, but the people in the Gaylor community need to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
We all had our theories. We all had our moments. Taylor Swift is a straight woman. She's wearing, literal platform.
We had our 2 hours of being Gaylors on the pod when we did our.
Yeah, we had our moment. I'm just saying,
episode.
Look at her outfit. Look at everything. She's a straight woman.
She's a straight woman. She's very dick whipped, everyone, and she always has been. So apologies to the Gaylors. This has to be probably. I assume this is something like. I actually can't imagine the center of my web of belief being so fantastically and
horrifically unwound and so quickly. So I imagine that psychologically, this is a very, very scary experience for all gaylers.
It's like
So I don't want to.
they're treading water.
Well, yeah, they're just trying to survive right now.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to laugh at your pain. And just reach out for help wherever you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Lean on your people.
I mean, it's an incredible day, Taylor. We just could not be more happy. Like, is she?
Do you think there's any chance that she's seen the real of you?
No, there's no chance.
I think there could be a chance.
I think it would have to go like super viral for sure.
I could see her seeing it, and I could see her being really happy about it.
I mean, that would be
because it is like it's one of the best reactions I've seen to this because it's so live. Anyway, okay, everybody, with Love Meghan season 2, Lauren and I both had a moment yesterday where we were like watching this and just like how this is so cruel that we have to be watching this show,
this stupid show,
while we're trying to just like process the joy.
All I want to do is scroll on my phone or go on Reddit, go on the internet.
I just wanted to go party and celebrate
and see every single new piece of information, every new hot take, every new funny. I just wanted to be ensconced in this. And instead I had to watch With Love Meghan, which again, I said I wanted to go in with an open mind. I wanted to go in.
I'm already starting to like gloss over, just like thinking about watching it.
Just wanting to like it, honestly. And I mean, Chandler, I would love to hear how you felt about it. We watched the first 3 episodes.
I already was struggling with the open mind.
Yeah, you were.
With finding an open mind. So imagine my, horror as I'm being forced to sit and watch this, and all I want to do, is think about Taylor. It was excruciating.
I think it was worse. It's worse than season 1.
It's worse than season 1 because we know what to expect.
And we get even less of her actual life. Like if you remember in season 1, there's like it could be her hiking with a friend, and like there's more like
it's
little
all
snippets.
It's all kitchen and crafts.
It's all kitchen and crafts that I'm not convinced she does. Right? Like I am not. Well, first of all, some of them she's clearly doing for the first time. She's like, oh wow, this is crazy.
We saw the first draft of the silk scarf.
The silk scarves.
Okay, I will say I actually would like to try that. I think that'd be fun to do.
You do?
I do. That was the only craft that I was like, this I would like try my hand at.
But when do you wear a silk scarf?
You wear them. You tie them around a bag.
That's
you wear
true.
them.
And I like to wear one in my hair.
Yeah, you like try to be like, I invented the silk scarf braid.
That's true. There's just the problem, I will say, and I'm so sorry. I know there's gonna be a lot of people that are like, I'm over the Meghan hate. And if you love this show,
turn this off.
Turn this off. We're just being honest with how we really feel. This doesn't mean I don't think Meghan is absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. I don't even think she needs the heavy Netflix filter they're putting over her. Like, I'd like to see more of those pores because I think she's so. I love, honestly, how naturally she's kind of aging. I think that she is very beautiful. I think I think her style.
Yeah, she's beautiful. We got it. Clip.
I'm trying to start.
I know, but let's move on from her
beauty
because there's got to be something else too beyond her beauty that's positive.
It's hard to come up with because, to be honest, it just feels like she is a placeholder. Like in the show, it could be any pretty girl doing crafts, like doing elegant DIY in a crisp white button down.
I think AI would do a better job.
There is just something so inauthentic to me about it, and I can't tell if I'm just like. If my eyes are muddy.
No, because we've said this before, we'll say it again. Nobody talks like this. And it's the same platitudes. It's the same. I love the small things. It's like it's all the same little remarks that just are like, girl, who are you performing for right now?
The cameraman's like, should we put on music? And she's like, always.
All of the bops were ice cream parlor bops.
We were back to the oldies. Also, did you catch a moment with Christina Tosi where she shows Christina Tosi and David Chang how to arrange florals, and Christina Tosi's like, I'm not actually that into flowers, and then they come back in the house and she's like, I went out and I switched my bouquet a little bit. I actually changed a little bit of my bouquet, like basically being like, I'm so obsessed with flowers and with this, and it's
annoying to me when she does the floral like bouquet arrangement class moment because she always goes over the top and everyone else's kind of looks a little sad. Like they do their best first go at it and then she's like, And here's mine. And everyone's like, clearly Megan's the winner. And she's like, no, I'm not.
It's not. That's the great thing about life. There's no actual competition. You can just find the joy in doing the thing.
It's like, it doesn't matter what you put in the vase. It's just as long as something's blooming.
It's honestly not even that poetic.
No, it's not.
That actually, you should have fed her that line. I love when she tells Christina and David to pick the vessel that calls to them.
And then like half the vessels like don't work. And then, okay, so she's also got her Daniel, the makeup artist.
Which I actually found his presence to be kind of charming.
Oh, he's helpful for sure, but he gets dragged in every episode. Like, I don't know why. Like, Daniel's like the punching bag where it's like, oh, Daniel has a hot plate. He doesn't know how to do shit in the kitchen. Oh, Daniel. It's like Daniel was like the crutch for this whole episode.
You're right. She kind of brought him on to just throw him under the bus.
And she drags Christina Tosi, because she's like, and she's got a big sweet tooth. Yeah, but she has a dessert. Like, she's invented Milk Bar. No, she actually annoyed me a lot in that episode, and then she annoyed me less in the following two. Let's see, what are let's talk about the samurai comment.
Wait.
Okay, so
I might have missed that.
They're doing the floral bouquets.
Okay.
And David Chang is talking about how
founder
Momofuku talks about how samurais used to practice calligraphy and floral arranging to help with their focus. And the camera pans to Megan and she goes, is this crazy? But I do floral arranging and calligraphy. And that's when I'm just like, you psychotic fucking bitch. That's what, and I'm sorry, I know I get so annoyed.
The same girl that would say that she indulges in Duolingo.
Yes.
Lots of Duolingo.
Did you hear
late at night?
She had a little French moment too.
What did she say?
She said like qu'est-ce que c'est comme ça or something. I don't know, some French.
Oh no, it wasn't cussing. It was just actually
it was like
French.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh. And then they're like talking about what s'mores they're gonna make, and they're like, let's make a peanut butter marshmallow. And then she's like, vanilla turmeric. Nobody wants a vanilla turmeric marshmallow. Okay.
Wait, I just love when they're bringing it back to the kitchen with Christina when she's like, I love lavender. Like she says it in this very creepy voice. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Another
or
thing.
her ingenious idea is for the lavender honey graham cracker. She's like, what about lavender honey?
It's
I
just
love lavender.
Okay. I wrote this, and this is true for the first 3 episodes because those are the ones we watched. But the amount of laughter is not congruent with the words being spoken. There's so much. It's like a laugh track is basically happening, and it's like it's joys in the little things.
That's because every interaction and the entire thing just feels so forced and fake, and so you can tell that the people like. In all of these scenes, each person is fighting for their life.
Like when they sit down around like the campfire, I can see the exhaustion on their faces. Like the lights are dimming rapidly.
Like Christina, Tosi, and Dave Chang will never go back to Montecito.
No.
They probably have like some sort of PTSD.
I actually was thinking about how tiring these days must be to film because it's like a day spent with your youth group leader. Like it's a full day on camera where you were just reacting to things your youth group leader says.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the thing is again, it's like if Martha Stewart is showing us how to make something, or even Ina Garten, I think there feels like a casualness and an ease also paired with a actual technical skill set.
Mm-hmm.
With Megan, it's a little bit like if the wrapping paper is yellow, you can still use a yellow ribbon. Just have it be like a different pattern, like a gingham.
I fully disassociated when you were just talking because but I heard every word you said and I believe it because there's no balance to it. It's like it's not like tons of skill and then like and then all this levity. It's like not very much skill, not very much substance to the words being said, and not very good looking food.
No.
Well, who wants an onion tart like first thing in the morning?
Also, I'm sorry,
I don't think they can cook chicken or something. I don't know. Maybe they don't have like health codes. I guess they cook steak.
I actually don't want a home dyed silk scarf as a present.
Okay.
Or do you wish I giving
that
you
was the best craft that I saw. You
instead
know
of cash for
what?
your birthday?
No, I absolutely. But that is more wearable than
What?
Than the aprons. Ben was watching it with me, and if you'll remember, Ben said it was the least bingeable show of all time.
Yeah.
When he watched season 1, and this is what he said while watching The Apron. He said, "This stuff is going to end up in the trash so fast."
Okay, wait. That is. Thank you so much, Ben, for perfectly articulating what I was feeling because I just felt anxiety because I knew that just ends up as junk that you have to throw.
The necklaces?
The rose water.
The rose water!
Wait, the jewelry she made with Chrissy Teigen. Also, someone wrote this in, and I think it is astute. I can be wary of like being all self-righteous, but I think this is real. If you're so anti-bullying, is Chrissy Teigen really the person to bring on your show?
Right. I think
like the bitch literally told someone to unalive herself.
Right.
Like on Twitter, on a public platform. Said that period, let alone, I don't know. I
thought Chrissy Teigen was going to bring a little bit more levity.
Personality.
But I think she was like nervous.
Well, this is the problem. David Chang, Christina Tosi, Daniel, and Chrissy Teigen, for some reason in this environment, all of them had very mid personalities to low energy. Ty French saved the day.
Sorry, Tan France.
Oh yeah, Ty French.
Another gay man in Utah.
Is Tan France in Utah?
Yeah, he's like lives in Salt Lake.
Oh, cute. Tan France, excuse me. Yes, Tan France. He came in with some energy.
He had energy. Yeah, it's an energy problem.
She needs someone there with real personality to honestly just like keep it entertaining, and then it is pleasant to watch.
I wonder if I would have turned up the volume more if I would have stayed awake. Like it really is an energy problem in my opinion. No, when he says that's the gayest shit I've seen in a long time.
She needed that.
Yeah. We need one of those about every 3 to 4 minutes on that show just to keep the pulse going.
And when instead we're just delighted with David Chang and Christina Tosi and Megan sitting around a campfire and Daniel talking about how the bigger s'more is the way to go. Like just kind of
that's how you do it.
Coming up with things to say.
How about the worst coming up with things to say was when they were sitting on the beach with the tea and the apple pies. And it's like, this is what life's all about.
Wait, did you catch it? She's putting the apple pies in the oven, and I think she says
it's easy as pie. That one?
Wait, no, it's when she's putting the crackers in the oven, and she says, "See you later, babies."
No, she's crazy for that one, and she's also crazy for it's a little past our bread time. And it's like she wrote that on the chalkboard and then like turns and walks away. It's just that was on the Chrissy Teigen episode. She's crazy.
Wait, as a sourdough aficionado, how did it make you feel that they kind of tried to make her pass it off like she was doing sourdough perfectly, basically for the first time?
Well, I thought that loaf was a little underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. That oven spring was not that amazing.
Okay.
I don't know if it was a smaller amount of dough, if it was just a smaller loaf. The crumb on it looked nice. The crumb was good, and the crust looked good, but the oven spring left a lot to be desired.
Oh, okay.
And also, I think she used whole wheat flour.
You heard it here first, folks. No, I mean,
sorry, another great moment.
Please.
Chrissy Teigen is like, oh, I want to take a picture, but we're not like, they make a joke about not scrolling or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
It's nice to capture the moment.
It's nice to capture the moment. Isn't it nice capturing the moment? It was something like that.
Who talks like this?
I wrote it down too. Let me see. What is it? It's nice capturing the moment. It's nice. Yeah. I mean, girl.
Okay, I have to read this. This is from a review, a blog or something, but it says, if you thought her interactions on the first series were sycophantic, then brace yourself. She has taken her faux flatter and cringe chatter to the next level. She gushes over her guests, desperately waiting on them to reciprocate so she can pretend to be modest and surprised by their remarks.
I mean, I just feel like so many of the things about the show just don't come across as authentic. First of it being her, honestly, domestic skill set. Mm-hmm. It's just not remarkable enough to have a TV show.
Yeah.
Second of all,
it's playing house.
Yeah, it's the relationships which don't exist. She apparently, like, her and Chrissy Teigen are distant friends. A lot of these interactions feel very forced, and they're not with people with great personalities.
No. Maybe in the next few episodes we get some heavier hitters.
Yeah, apparently there's some parts that get better. But I also find that a lot of the crafts don't strike me as real. Like, I just don't know that she actually knows how to do furoshiki or whatever, this like Japanese.
Oh, the wrap. I mean, I think that's pretty easy to learn. So I'm gonna actually go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say she does know how to do it, but you just fold the scarf over.
I just don't know that it's like a common thing that she does.
No.
I think that
all of this is someone went to the Michael's craft aisle and they said, these are the kits. These are the children's kits. What are we just going to recreate with supplies off of Amazon?
See, I feel like it's probably that. It's probably also someone on ChatGPT, like, give me craft ideas that we can do for this series. Yeah. It's giving forced and inauthentic. I think that's the problem.
The most authentic moment, to me was when she gave Tan France the gift, and he was clearly very touched by it. And I thought that was really sweet.
She hit it out of the park. With
Yeah,
that
she
one.
knocked it out of the park. I also thought when she talked about how she would get really blotchy before auditions and nervous, I thought that, I was like, oh, thanks for sharing something vulnerable.
And her saying that, you know, when she was doing Deal or No Deal, bringing up Deal or No Deal, and then also being like, I was just grateful to have health insurance.
Yes.
That was a cool, authentic moment.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I'm not giving up on Meghan, by the way. We don't need this homemaking, like conceit in order to, I think, have enjoyable content.
I
from her.
think we even skipped the crafts. I think the crafts are really what like send me into the stratosphere.
They're a record scratch.
But the cooking is fine. And I think like I just want to see this as a cooking show. This is it's just a cooking show. I guess I'm not like ruffling
Right.
at other cooking shows, so I don't know why I shouldn't be holding it to that standard. But the crafts the crafts just feel the most contrived, because it's like nobody wants this shit. This shit is going to end up at best at the bottom of a drawer, at worst,
Right.
you know, in the Goodwill bin tomorrow.
Right.
Like nobody is making this. No celebrity is making this stuff at home, especially when it's so like mid.
Well,
The aprons were so mid.
I don't believe she's ever worn that flower resin jewelry.
No.
And I don't think
Sorry, we see your tank.
Yeah. We see your Cartier tank, and we also see the huge diamond necklace. I don't think you're also putting all these hippie handicrafts when the cameras are off.
No.
Yeah. And so I think that, you know what would be better? And I think they should have really done.
Yeah.
I think what they should have done is just like had her learn how to make 10 recipes, like bang on, out of the park, perfect, made them kind of interesting recipes, had to practice over and over, and then just had her do like a stand and stir, Ina Garten, super easy.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, we're doing this. And just had her,
I think it's like talk more about the food.
well, I want actual instructions.
Yeah. Well,
because a lot of it, there's no, it's just kind of montages.
Did you see the QR code?
Oh,
you can now scan for recipes.
But I feel like one of the great parts about like watching Ina Garten is you feel like you're actually learning how to cook something instead of like, tart is really sweet, and I feel like people just love a good tang when they get to your house.
Yeah.
It's just unnecessary.
No, it's too much. It's like chatter about the food versus like instruction. I completely agree.
When she's weighing the sourdough and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe
Don't mess up. Don't mess up. Don't mess up.
She's acting
Like
like
a full conniption.
like if she
Girl, you could just add a little bit more water.
Yeah,
like, you just 1-to-1.
By the way, we're not gonna have to suffer through this again. This is never coming back. Netflix is not bringing us back.
It's so boring.
Also, I know how much work it takes to put out this podcast, right? And I think there might have been people that were like, why didn't you guys just record right after Taylor's announcement and have that be the episode? Well, it's because we have like we have a team behind us that they have schedules.
Yep.
We can't just change up their entire lives at the drop of a hat. So I know how much work goes into things that seem like maybe they're really easy to do. But the idea that this took 80 crew members is actually astounding. Like there are 80 people on set to put this all together.
Someone's got to take all the labels off the bottles and decant the soy sauce. Like I struggled. I struggled so hard with this. I mean, I even tried to watch a couple of the episodes twice just to find new material.
To find something to say.
Find something to say.
And honestly, we thank Travis Kelsey for proposing to Taylor Swift, and we thank Taylor for posting it, because I'm so glad we don't have to fight to come up with an hour's worth of content on all this.
I would have needed a lot more champagne. Do you think she was mad though that this engagement happened?
Yeah. I think it was, and I feel bad for her. I think this was probably devastating. Like this is
a bummer. It's a bummer.
This is her big moment. There's no other big projects on the horizon. This is kind of it.
It's bad timing for sure.
And the fact that I think it was the teaser got dropped on the day that the New Heights podcast came out, and then engagement on the season premiere date. I mean, on some level, Taylor had to have known.
No, there's no way she knew.
We all knew when this. I think maybe she's not clued in,
and maybe doesn't care. It doesn't matter.
Totally,
it doesn't matter. It sucks for Meghan, but it doesn't matter.
And Taylor's announcement was not Meghan-coded or like a dig, but yeah, I take that back. But it just had to have been tough.
Ugh.
And yeah, I don't think that there's. I don't think that I really think that like any big production company is going to feel like the Harry and Meghan towel has been kind of wrung dry.
Right. Well, People were also complaining that there was no Harry in this.
Well, there's nothing from her personal life now.
Yeah.
Apparently the ending party is just with the crew. So we don't really see
Great. More shots of the guy with glasses with the camera, who seems really nice, but like, honestly, him and Meghan have more chemistry on camera than like half her guests.
No, I think that like the part where she's spraying the rose water on the crew, there seems like there's actual some
Yeah, there's
actually some endearment there.
Yeah, totally.
So that was fun to see. Anyway, we'll see if we talk about the last half of the season, everyone. Let us know if you want to, or if you feel like you got the gist, if you want us to. And with that, we'll be with you on Wednesday. Love you guys so much. Thank you for being global elites, and thank you for sharing in the biggest day since the Big Bang with us.
Yes.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
This September, CBS hits are streaming free on Pluto TV.
I'm coming in hot.
For this month only, stream full episodes of Matlock,
I'm a lawyer, like the old TV show.
Fire Country, Elsbeth,
I do love a mystery.
NCIS Origins, Watson, and Ghosts.
What the hell?
This is the most amazing sight I've never seen.
All for free. The CBS shows you love, this month only on Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Is this thing on? I'm Caitlin Bristow, host of Off the Vine podcast, where I get real. Well, maybe a little too real sometimes, with my friends and celeb guests from Bachelor franchise and beyond. I'm talking guests like Jonathan Van Ness, Nikki Glazer, Wells Adams, Elise Myers,
Just like in this like business jacket, like I would love some tacos.
Heidi D'Amelio, Big Brother's Taylor Hale,
I have to bring it up because it happened and we're going to get through it.
What'd I do?
and so many more. So come hang out with us, hear ridiculous confessions, and get a little vulnerable because you know what? We're all just floating on this weird little planet together. Follow, rate, and review Off the Vine podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts.
What else?